Local beauty salon chain Sobert Group recently opened a new outlet in London. In total, there are 148 outlets, of which 144 are franchised. The brand was officially launched in 2005, inspired by visionary entrepreneur Ian Furh. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of beauty salons across the country in South Africa, but to drive a brand into being a leading franchise opportunity, drive sales that are attractive to investors, takes visionary-inspired action. For Sobert, it was only a matter of time to become the brand it is today, given that its founder and CEO was already a serial entrepreneur whose market insight would prove invaluable. Well, I have him with me in studio. Welcome. Great to meet you.
Hi, thank you very much for having me.
It's a pleasure. I think a great place to start would be the backstory. What inspired the formation of Sobert?
Well, to be honest, I was lying on a massage table back in 2004, and the beauty therapist that was doing the massage suggested to me that I have a look at the beauty industry. I had previously sold my last business, and I was looking for something to do. And at first I thought she was joking, but she was persistent, and eventually I decided to have a look at it. And then I did see that there was an opportunity there in the sense that there were no real branded chains in the beauty industry. So I looked into it a little bit more, and then we decided to go ahead and plunge into an industry of which I had no knowledge whatsoever. So that was fun.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Great place to get inspiration, the massage table.
The massage table.
And
It's
very
an
successful
inspirational
business
place.
for yourself.
Indeed.
There's a lot of competition in South Africa in this sector. Hundreds of thousands of salons across the country, as I mentioned.
Yes.
What gives you the edge? What are you doing differently that's attracting growth?
Well, I think the key word there is differently. We've tried to do everything differently. And we can't claim that we're the best at everything, but we certainly can claim that we are different. Right from the branding, the name, the concept, the look and feel of the stores. And possibly the most important of all of those is our in-house culture. The way we deal with people, the importance of understanding about service. I do all the induction training myself. And when they come into the induction, I ask the question, what is the purpose of work? Most people say it's about making money. And I say that's the wrong answer. The purpose of work is to serve people. And if you serve them well, you will make money. And so there's a bit of a paradigm shift there that needs to take place.
Sure.
And we've been working on that for the last 10 years, and I think it's starting to inculcate itself into the culture. And therefore, I think we feel that it's one of the big assets of our brand, is the warmth and the kindness and the way people treat their customers, or what we call guests. And it's not just a job anymore, it's about making a difference in people's lives.
Sure.
So our staff aren't just nail technicians doing repetitive work all day long. They're out there touching people's lives and making a positive difference on a daily basis. And I think that's what then brings the reward ultimately.
That's very
knowing
inspirational.
That you're doing that.
I think at the end of the day, it's passion that drives growth.
Exactly.
Passion with service.
Passion with service. So we focus completely on people and service. If you can create a working environment in which people feel happy and content, they are far more likely to motivate themselves. I don't motivate people, they motivate themselves. What I try and do is to create a working environment in which people feel comfortable enough to motivate themselves. So it requires a bit of inspiration and some leadership, but ultimately it's about the people themselves going out there and, as I say, making a difference in other people's lives.
Of course, you have a lot of experience as well, a lot of retail experience
Yes.
behind you as the CEO,
Yes.
so a lot of market insight. How has that added value to Sobert?
I think that I learned all these concepts in my earlier years as an entrepreneur. I was involved in all kinds of industries, from the music industry to the retail industry, and then I also got involved in race relations consulting for about 7 years of my life. So all of these things combined helped me to develop the concept that we use today at Sobert.
Where are you taking the company, Ian, over the next 5
Well,
years?
well, we would like to ultimately be a household name in the country. We want to be a national brand. We believe we can open up anywhere between 200 and 300 outlets. Plus, we're opening new formats. We have a brand called Candy & Co., which is a new ethnic hair format. We have Sorbet Man that we've opened now. We've got 3 of those stores. We have the Dry Bar concept, which is a quick wash and blow concept that we've got 9 stores. And so you got all these different formats, and together I think we can create an umbrella group that could ultimately have 400 outlets in South Africa. And now my big mission is to go overseas. So we've opened already a 2nd store in London.
And how's that going?
Yeah, no, it's going to be a
What's been the
long,
market
hard
response, yeah?
journey. Long, hard journey. Fortunately, there are a lot of South Africans in London, and that gives us a bit of a start because they're aware of our brand. But I don't expect that we'll be able to establish that brand in anything less than 3 to 5 years. So it's a journey. You've got to start somewhere.
Sure.
That people say that you don't have to be great to start something, but you have to start something to be great.
Absolutely. Well said. We're hearing you also have plans to get listed on the JSE. That's huge.
Yeah, I think that's more of a rumor than a plan. I'm not quite sure exactly where that comes from. We do get a lot of people coming to us and suggesting that.
Is that on the cards?
If it is, it'll be a bit of a longer term thing. At this point in time, we're quite happy to just go about our business. We've just done a deal with Clicks. I don't know if you know about our relationship with Clicks. We formed a new company called Sorbet Brands, which is essentially just the company that holds the brands as a new operation, and Clicks has bought into that, and they own 25% of that business, and we own 75%. So I suppose that's our first venture into getting third-party involvement in our business. And our relationship with Clicks has been very, very beneficial.
Well, wherever that rumor started that you're planning on listing on the JSE, it certainly caught hold, because there was also reports saying that, investors are really excited about Sorbet. That's because of your expansion plans, your sound growth, this growth that you've been producing over the years as well.
Look, it's certainly something that always lies in the dark recesses of my mind, but it's nothing that we are prioritizing at this stage.
Of course, it will be a big shift in management as well.
Correct,
A lot of things to consider and think about before you get listed.
And exactly, and we're a family business.
Yes.
And I've got all 3 of my children and my niece all working with us in senior roles. So it's quite a challenge to
You wouldn't want to let go of the reins and the creative work that you're doing and the passion right now.
Exactly. And having my children with me in the business has been a real blessing. Perhaps the most rewarding thing of all my work that I've done over the last 40 years is to watch them grow and develop in their roles. That's very meaningful for me.
Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure having you in studio. Keep up the visionary inspiration.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.